Hello, and welcome all you YouTubers out there. Thanks for joining me. I'm Twanna Carter, your anxiety and career coach. Today is Resilience Thursday, right? We talk all things resilience. And because I am multitasking today, okay, technologically anyway, multitasking, I am actually doing a YouTube and a Facebook Live. So give me a few moments to bring on my Facebook audience. I want to be sure that I share this good stuff with everybody on Facebook and YouTube as well. So yes, that's telling me I did share it live because yesterday I made a big faux pas. I thought I was sharing to Facebook and I couldn't find the feed to share it, and come to find out I didn't actually share it. So we're going to give everybody a moment on Facebook to hop on. I'm going to make sure everybody has a chance to get in today. Got some juicy stuff for you. So as you can see, I am outside, and I'm coming from you live. It's always live, but I'm really coming from you outside. So I'm really testing the face. And I'll tell you why I'm really testing the face by doing this outside. But I am a Southern girl. I'm originally from Alabama, and I love warm weather. And so March has been a test of the trial because old man winter did not want to let go this year. And it was 30 degrees all the way up into April. So I am really looking forward to spring here. Hopefully, it will arrive and actually stay, and it'll get above 39 degrees in the morning, right? So I'm still gonna wait just a couple of seconds here. I want to make sure that everybody on Facebook has a chance to jump on because I'm sharing some really good stuff with you today. I want to make sure everybody gets in on it. I would like to say welcome. And for some of you, it's good morning. For others of you, it's good night. And some of you, it's good afternoon. So wherever you're hopping on from, welcome. And I thank you for sharing, for joining in today. Okay. So I think I've got it every place. So those ladies, if for those of you that are watching and you are in my Rising Above of Anxiety support group, if you want to chat with me real time, you'll have to hop on over to my business page, Dr. Twanna Carter, Professional and Personal Coaching LLC, and I'll see your comments and questions real time. Now, you certainly are more than welcome to post questions in the group because that's secret, nobody else can see. And then as soon as I hop off the Facebook Live and the YouTube Live, I'll pop over and answer your questions. Same thing for those of you who are catching this on my personal feed. If you want to talk to me real time, go over to my business Facebook page, Dr. Twanna Carter, Professional Personal Coaching. And when you hop on my page, do me a favor and like my page. It's always a good thing to be liked, right? So I gotta tell you, today was such a great day for me. Some of you may know, if you've been following me for a few months, you understand that last February I fractured my heel. And then after dealing with that for about 2.5 months, in May, I had knee surgery. So I haven't been able to get out and walk and exercise like I would normally do. And I can really feel the difference in not being able to exercise. So my physical therapist told me she wanted me to go ahead and walk a mile. And I was like, I don't want to walk in the cold. I want to wait till it gets warm. Like I said, I am a true Southern girl, a true Alabama girl, and a big war eagle to our basketball team, Auburn University's basketball team. Made it to the Final Four in March Madness for the first time in school history. That's where a lot of my money went because that's where my daughter went. So a huge war eagle again. But I'm a true Southern girl. I like to walk and exercise and do things outside when it is warm, right? I know I'm in Maryland. I hadn't quite adopted just yet. Now, I will sit in the hot tub when it's cold, but I don't really like to do much else in Maryland when it's cold. So today, for the first time, I was downtown in DC. I wanted to see what they had done to the wharf, which sits right there on the harbor. It's just gorgeous. I got to walk down today for the first time in a long time to walk that far. And I got to tell you, I was just tickle pink or tickle peach because that's what color I'm wearing today. It was fun. Oh my gosh. I got to see the cherry blossoms across the Potomac. It was beautiful. I enjoyed it. I was so psyched. Um, had a friend to walk with me down there, and it was really, really fun. I was so excited to get a chance to walk again. And you're like, yeah, this is Resilience Thursday. Why are you talking walking? Because I'm talking exercise, people. Exercise. If you really want to build your resilience up, you gotta get out there and exercise. And I was so psyched today. I feel like I'm back in my old, I'm back on the saddle again. Tomorrow's a little disappointing. It's supposed to rain all day long, but that's fine. I'm gonna find somewhere and walk inside because now that I've started and I understand what exercise is doing to my brain and what it does to my brain makes me more resilient. What in the world you're talking about? Again, today is Resilience Thursday, all things resilience. Okay, and so today's topic is how to change your anxious brain. And you'll hear a lot of stuff. You can't do it once anxious, always anxious. I'm here to tell you, absolutely not true. That is 100% not true. Okay, so you've been talking exercise and how excited you are. Why are you talking exercise? And this is resilience. I'm talking exercise because did you know that when you exercise, you produce this chemical in your brain, BDNF, and it's brain derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. Go look it up. All right. When we exercise, we produce more of it in our brains. All right. Why is that important? Because when you produce more of it in your brain, you open up these new pathways and they make your brain more flexible. They make your brain more changeable. So if you're talking about ways, a huge way to get your mindset to rechange your anxious brain, start exercising with some caveats, okay? And you've heard me say this before. If you've been on the couch for the last 15 years of your life, please do not go out and walk 2-3 miles. No, don't. Please don't do that. Okay? You've got to work your way up. And if you have really been on the couch for the last 15 years, go see your doctor first. Okay? That's my advice to you. Go see your doctor first. Get checked out. And then talk with them about a good exercise program that works you up. Okay? Work up to a mile. If you've been a couch potato for quite some time, you're not going to be able to go out and walk a couple of miles and be okay. Your body will hate you the next day, and then it will hate you for several days after that, all right? We want exercise to be fun, all right? Even if you bowl, right? And if you haven't bowled in a long time, you go and spend a couple hours bowling, your body's still gonna hate you the next day and for several days after that. You're gonna have sore muscles, and sore muscles are caused by buildup of lactic acid because your muscles had to go into overtime. They didn't have enough oxygen. They did this anaerobic thing. I know I'm being scientific, but just there's a scientific basis as to why you get sore muscles. And I like to call my body just hates me when I don't do what I'm supposed to do and exercise in moderation and do a warm up period to exercise, right? I will share this that I did CrossFit. Yes, I did. I did CrossFit for about a year. And I jumped in there and I let them talk me into doing the muscle thingy, and my body hated me. Oh God, my body hated me. I couldn't raise my arm the next day. I had to prop my arm on the wall and stick my toothbrush in my hand and then move my head to brush my teeth. My body hated me, and actually I hated myself for doing that to myself. Take your time. Again, if you've not been exercising up to now, see your doctor first. Get a good program that gradually builds you up, because if you're not fit, right, your thing may be 10 to 15 minutes. Start there, right? And I know I've been doing physical therapy and I've been walking 15-20 minutes. So today I walked 30, and that was a good warm up. I didn't go out and walk 2-3 miles. I'm working up to 3 or 4 miles again. And I know that I'm not going to do 3 or 4 miles now because my body will hate me. I'll be so sore and upset with myself. But if you take your time, do a nice 2 to 3 minute warm up, get in a few minutes of stretching, then exercise and stretch as you cool down. Your body will love you. You will feel good the next day. You'll actually feel good after you exercise, but you'll feel good. And whether you exercise 10 to 15 minutes starting off, or if you're an old pro and you go out and exercise an hour, you're still going to produce BDNF in your brain. You're still going to produce it, and your brain will start opening up those new pathways. Then you're able to change and try new things. That is one of the best ways when you talk about rewiring the anxious brain. Yes, you can do it. There's some other steps that go in there once you get those neural pathways, those new pathways open. But the thing is, more BDNF makes your brain more flexible. Now, you may have heard it called neuroplasticity. It just means brain is more flexible. You can learn new things. And when your brain is more flexible, you can rewire it and change the brain. You can change the way you react to all those receptors and those data inputs that you get. You got a coworker at work who's really working that last nerve. You can rewire the way your brain reacts. Got to reset my alarm. Yeah, stuff happens, and you've heard me say before, I don't freak out like I used to. I've been able to do a lot of this change in the brain and exercising and rewiring, if I could say that appropriately. I've actually been able to rewire my brain. I had social anxiety, and it was pretty bad through my teens, through my younger years, my teens, my 20s, and most of my 30s. But because of going through this and doing the things I needed to do to rewire my anxious brain, I'm able to come to you today. That's why I can sit here and I can talk to you. Yes, I have social anxiety. Anybody have social anxiety? Yes, I have social anxiety, and I can do this. And I can't tell you how excited it makes me feel to be able to do this. I'm actually multitasking. I'm YouTube Live and Facebook Live. Yes, and I have social anxiety because you can rewire your brain to handle anxiety in a different way. So I am not cured from anxiety because I need the anxiety, right? And I took my chances today doing this Facebook Live outside and doing this YouTube Live outside. I'm allergic to wasps and bees, and this is their time. And there's a hot tub over there, and there's a little place where the wasps, we know they have a nest, and we spray and they still come back. So right now, if I were to see a wasp and it came after me, apologies, but I'm gonna let you know up front, I'm gone. Facebook, you're gonna go on, and you're just gonna be seeing the nice scenery behind me. YouTube, done. You'll see the nice scenery behind me because I'm gonna get up and run in the house. That's because that's a fight or flight response. I need that anxiety to kick in and say, run from the wasp, because if I get stung and I don't have my EpiPen, which I really should have brought it out here, that was really bad on my part, and I'll do that from now on. But if I don't have my EpiPen and I get stung, I have a few minutes to go get my EpiPen, administer my shot, and call 911. I need anxiety to be able to do that. I need my fight or flight response to kick in so that I can take those life-saving measures and save my life. So saying, there was a bear seen maybe about a mile or so from here. So if the bear, you guys, if you see the bear coming up, say something to me on Facebook like, hey, YouTube, hey, there's a bear behind you, because I need my anxiety to kick in and say, run. I don't think I'm going to stand and fight the bear. I'm just going to run in the house, lock the door, and you're just going to have this, nice live stream of the backyard down to the street. Okay. So this rewiring the brain is not a way to cure anxiety, because we need anxiety. It is a protective measure. Okay. It is very necessary, but rewiring the brain, you can learn to not be as sensitive to all the things that make you anxious. For instance, you heard me talk that last month I went into the food court, and for whatever reason, like, bam, my social anxiety kicked in, and I literally slowed my walk, and I was about to turn around and go to the office because my brain said, all these people in here, they're looking at you, they're talking about you, your hair is probably messed up, your clothes are probably wrong, something is crooked, you just better go back to your desk and forget about eating lunch. And I slowed my steps in anticipation of doing a U-turn and hit the door I had just walked through. So because I've rewired my brain, those thoughts are like zooming in. I said, okay, first thing I need to do is start making eye contact. That's what I've retrained myself to do. I started making eye contact with the people that were nearest to me. Well, most of them weren't even looking at me. And the ones that were looking, they kind of nodded a hi, and I nodded a hi back. So my brain was like, oh yeah, they're looking at you, they're talking about you. It's like most of these people are not even looking at me. So I proved that thought a lie. Okay. And then I was like, if I have my clothes are crooked, I don't know these people anyway, so why does it even matter? Okay, another lie defunct. And I was like, you know what? I'm hungry today. I've got to walk through here and get my food. I wanted some California. I think it's California Kitchen. Yeah, I wanted some nachos and some guacamole. Yes, I did. And so I was like, no, I'm not turning around today. So I was able to fall back on the steps the way I rewired my brain, and I immediately went into the steps. When I feel this way, when my brain says this, I have these steps that I go through to justify. And basically, I'm validating. Is what my brain telling me true, or is it what my brain telling me false? It's not quite accurate. And I can't tell you what triggered that social anxiety event because I've been in that same food court many times. I can't tell you what triggered it, but because with exercising and opening up those new pathways and making my brain more flexible, that's the way I was able to build resilience and overcome social anxiety, right? Not cure it. We're not talking about a cure, but we are talking out about a way you can manage it so that it doesn't affect your life. It doesn't ruin your life, okay? I had a lot of ladies that I'm talking to right now, and some of my clients say that the social anxiety is like almost ruining their life. They're professionals, they're managers, they're directors, and they have to do speeches or they have to give presentations, and they're just nervous, and some of them are getting anxious, so anxious that they're sick. The anxiety, because when you're in fight or flight, all the blood flow, much of the blood flow to your digestive system, it stops. Okay, so that's what happens to me when I'm really anxious. So I get diarrhea, I get physically ill, I get physically nauseous when I'm overly anxious. And so there is a way to rewire and retrain yourself so that you're no longer that anxious, right? And so if you're hearing this and this is resonating you and you're ready to take that step, call me up. I have a link to my calendar. For those of you on YouTube, give me a couple of minutes and I'll throw it out there. For those of you on Facebook, there's a link to my calendar. Hop on that calendar. You'll be able to schedule your appointment in your time zone. I know I have a lot of ladies that are from overseas. Don't worry about long distance charges. You won't incur any. I'll call you to be sure that you don't. But go ahead and set up your appointment. Let's just set up an appointment and let's look at a step-by-step plan that helps you to start that rewiring so that you can manage your anxiety, manage your social anxiety, so that you can perform at work. You are in that job because you're good at it and people knew that you had the capabilities to do that job. So let's talk about what we need to do to manage your social anxiety, to manage, to build your confidence so that you can speak as you need to, so that you can excel in your job and feel good. Because doesn't it feel good when you knock it out of the ballpark? I was at a meeting and I was like, yes. I got in there. I was like, this is what I was made to do. I love what I do. And I just hit that flow, and I was able to talk to people at a meeting. And as I spoke to them, I made eye contact with the different people in the room, fielded the questions, answered the question. There's nothing like going into a meeting and owning it because you're in your element, your stuff, and you just excel. It just feels so good. So let me help you feel good like that. You can do it. It is possible. I tell anybody, you're talking about someone that couldn't walk in a room and speak. My grandmother used to bless me out. You walk into a room with people, you say hello. I didn't speak. My tongue would just get tight. My mind would just go blank. And I just couldn't speak. It was like I was mute. I couldn't speak. That's how I spent, the first few decades of my life. And now I do this. I talk to people. I can look people in the face and say hi, even when I don't know them. Okay. So, yes, you can do it. If you want to do that, call me up. Coaching consultation is absolutely free. And I will be waiting on your call. Thanks, YouTube, for watching. Thanks, Facebook, for watching. Resilience Thursday. Yes, you can rewire your brain so that you're not as anxious, so that you're able to manage it. You can do just what I'm doing, manage it. And even when it kicks in, it sneaks in on you, you can go through the steps. It's a step-by-step method that I teach. You can go through those steps and calm your anxious brain and excel in your career. And we understand that anxiety is just not a career thing. It actually affects all aspects of your life. But once you manage it in one aspect of your life, it bleeds over to the other aspects. All right. That's my truth today. Those are my motivational nuggets for you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Now, tomorrow is Open Topic Friday. So if you have something you want me to talk about, shoot me a message. Let me know. You'll see the post up about it being Friday. I do have one person who sent in something. I don't mind taking a couple of topics doing an Open Friday. I'll discuss all of them. Talk to you later, everybody, and have a great evening.